And here we are. Welcome, everyone. With me is Manindle. Hello, Mark.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Right, we are. Where else shall we be? Should we be? We are in East Midlands, of course, and where the weather is
God save.
actually not too bad. It looks like could be worse. Right. First of all, Megas, Finak, thank you so much for the kind words and your resub. 63 months. And Lee coming in as well 34 months. Thank you so much, Lee, for kind words as well. And guys, Megas and Lee, thank you for all your help. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for being here. Right, who else do we have here? We've got Captain Mitchell, Danny, Forward, I Gute V, Yoda, nice to see you too. Giftswerk, hello, Voyager Moin, Groovy Bear, hello, hello, Dr. Fred. Danny, hello as well. Airbus 320, hello, hello. And Fabio, good afternoon. Papa Charlie, nice to see you too. Right, yeah, so the bad news is I got a reschedule. I have to go to Frankfurt in about, well, if I'd leave the house in about 3 hours from now. And so unfortunately, we'll only be able to stream, for the first 3 hours. But Mark will, of course, continue flying. But we won't be streaming. We're going to be hosting someone else when I leave. The developer of the Shared Flight app. He's actually doing a shared flight in the Toliss 747-200 with Tail West and Josh. So we'll host them later on. So it's all under the big name of Shared Flight.
Welcome aboard the
Hayden,
Captain
hello to you. Arrow,
Blackbox
hello.
YouTube channel
And
subscriber
Chris, nice to see you.
experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary
Voyager.
drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Chris, thank you so much for the 13 months on YouTube. That's really kind, and I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone in your family is well. Trying to figure out why I can't get the sound on. Right, let me see. Input, output. That's not working. Oh, I know what. Okay, so there we go. So, no, still not working. Right. Mark is already in the process of programming the FMS. So Mark will be pilot flying. I'll be pilot monitoring. I'll show you all about the routing in a minute. Mark has asked me to get the ATIS first of all. So that's 22675. He always... Can both pilots respond to ATC call? I think so, yeah. That's amazing. 22675.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Broken 1,500 feet. Temperature +8. Dew point +5. QNH 1007.
Can you hear the ATIS as well, Mark?
Yeah, that's a balmy day in East
Midlands
Midlands.
information. Acknowledge receipt of information. Bravo. Time
Bravo.
1050 Zulu. Runway in use 27. Transition level flight level 75. Surface wind 350 degrees 11 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Broken 1,500 feet. Temperature +8. Dew point +5. QNH 1007.
Okay, so QNH 1007. I'll set that in already on my side. So 27 is news as expected. 8 degrees and wind 350 at 11.
Thank you.
Arnie, hello. Grüße aus Island. Grüße zurück. Airbus 320. Anyone here? F-Slabs expert. I have some problems with my A320 and P3 would like some help. Well, Airbus 320. What issue do you have? I mean, I still use P3Ds from time to time and the FS Labs for sure. Yeah. So let's quickly have a quick jot through the routing. So we'll have a look at the charts. Where are they? There, charts. Maps. So, so that's the routing we're going to get. And we can see jet stream just to the south and a little bit to the north. So there's going to be some headwind for sure. And they've got cat area there as well. So it could be a bit bumpy. Over at Newfoundland, Canada, yeah, lots of wind. Look at that, 140, 150 knots wind almost. Blimey, that's a lot of headwind today. Trouble pause, yeah, dropping down, assuming that there's a low pressure area. Let's have a look. Yeah, there, 250. So there could be again some turbulence. Right. So I won't stay to my MCDU route. It's connected to it, and then it goes over to heading, and I can't get out of it whenever it happens. Okay, that's a weird bug, Airbus. And you updated the latest version and everything? Because that's something I don't come across. The only thing when it happens sometimes is when you do a holding pattern, and you know, there's a lot of wind, and you know, the pattern is maybe too tight. Maybe then sometimes it'll drop out of nav mode and go into heading mode. But you are aware of how to get into nav mode and that sort of stuff. Okay, that's a really weird bug then. Okay, yeah, so I can see departure route is in. Okay, I'll check everything once you've finished, Mark. Then.
Yep, thank you.
I can't follow my route anymore.
Got plenty of time.
Yeah, so Airbus 320. The only thing I can recommend to you then is go to the official FS Labs forums and post your issue there, or open a ticket with them to see if they can get you some help there. Because again, I've not come across that at all. So we had a 747 come in a little bit earlier. Oh, that's still parked there. So just in case you're wondering where we are, so we're at the west side, and we've got to go all the way to this side. So I'm taxing out. Cool. Hey, Peebask, who doing shared flight with Melindley? Mark? No, so Captain Laranja, we're using a new plugin, which is under development right now. It's late stage beta, and it should be coming out fairly soon. And so this is a new concept where you don't have a connection directly between two people. This actually goes over a server, so everyone that takes part in the flight will connect over a certain server, which improves ping times, connection stability, etc., etc. And also, the cool thing is that you can actually have here 2 people in the jump seats as well. So we could literally have someone join us as an observer on the flight deck in real time. But also then, if you allow it, you can actually have, I think, up to 5 passengers or something as well. So we could literally, once that's out and once people have the app, yeah, we can have people fly along in real time. So, which AI package do you use? Here it's Bluebell in X-Plane. Yeah, Captain Lanja. So there's a couple of aircraft where it works really well with. Toliss is one of these aircraft types it works really, really well with. So especially here with the Toliss, where you have the fantastic autosave function. So if anything goes wrong, like I just read Groovy Bear had a crashed desktop. Oh no, is there any chance, Groovy, that you're gonna get that back again with the autosave? Hey Flylilo, how you doing? Yeah, so Airbus 320, the fascinating thing for me is I've done many flights with different people here already, and especially with Mark, who've done, well, I don't know how many flights altogether, but it's been a good number of flights now. And I think it's fair to say the last 3-4 flights were actually so good, where we had, absolutely, literally no bigger issues. And that's really the key. So you want something that allows you a very stable connection. Or if anything goes wrong for whatever reason, you have the chance to reconnect again. So Ara, yeah. So I am actually very busy. So this month in April, I only have a minimum of 10 days off work. Problem is with commuting, I have to go. Like today, I have to go to Frankfurt a day early because there's no flights tomorrow that I can take that would be safe enough to take. The problem is in Frankfurt, it's still absolutely chaotic. So any reports that you're hearing that they've tried or they've improved the situation, it's nonsense. The things I've witnessed again over the last couple of days are so incredibly frustrating. And I can only advise anybody flying in Germany, go to the airport like 3 hours ahead of time. It's just absolutely bonkers. I would actually say it's not even in any ways better than last year. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be worse than last year. So yeah, exactly. Security, loading staff missing. It's stupid. I don't know what the managers are doing, but they're not doing their jobs. They should be doing a lot more, and I don't know why they're not able to get more staff in. But yeah, there you go. So again, if you do travel by air, at least in Germany, come to the airport early. And just
new subscribers, please make your way to
just try to stay cool. Be aware that you're going to have lots of patience. That's just the way it is. Last week
when moment to resubscribe. Cheers, Black Box.
Hey, Alpha, thank you so much for the 18 months. That's really, really kind. Thank you. Oh, the applause that's not working today. All right, thank you so much for that. Yeah, so again, I can only advise people to come early and just be ready for long security queues. Last week when I flew from Bremen to Frankfurt, the security line was no exaggeration. It was about 200 meters long, and it took me an hour to get through security in Bremen, which has like 4 aircraft in the afternoon. So there's one going to Izmir, there's one going to London, there's one going to Frankfurt, one going to Munich, and one going to Amsterdam. And that was it. And that caused already chaos in Bremen, which is a very small airport. So Frankfurt, when I flew back from Frankfurt,
the Captain Black Box
same
channel
picture,
subscriber
and people
experience.
getting upset
Could
again
new subscribers
and
please
frustrated.
make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So yeah, I would guess for summertime pretty much the same then. And Brain Compiler, thank you much for the 14 months. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. No, so Dr. Fred, what I've heard is that some union bosses have already commented openly in interviews, Düsseldorf, Cologne, for example, that they are in no ways anywhere better staffed than last year, and they're saying the same thing. They are worried about the chaos, which will be with us in these in these high season travel times. So. Cool. Mark, have you finished?
Yes, ready for you to have a check set.
All right, so let's just call up the flight plan. Some toolkit. Right, so we'll get the MCDU in here so that we can check together. Right, so. departing. Runway 27, Trent to November departure to Trent. Then it's going to be Lima 28 to Penel, and then Lima 70 to Bagso. There it is. And then we've got the direct Revno, direct Resno, and then 5520, 5530, 5540, 5350 Rika, direct Sefu, direct Yankee Quebec Bravo, direct Pesac, and then it's the Quebec 921 airway all the way to Akluk, and then it's direct Tawny, and then from there we'll go onto the arrival Ragged 5 to Toronto. That looks all good. So let me try to get a pilot route in here. Pilot routes. And we'll store the active flight plan. Perfect. Right. So then we will check the...
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
Hey
experience.
Danny, how you doing?
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary
the
drinks, snacks
Takeoff
and premium
performance.
flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Captain Danny, thank you much for the 27 months. Good
Afternoon,
afternoon.
BB. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm well. It's just a lot of work and just chaos. Will you try the flyby hydraulic failures? They are saying they have the best. So, okay, well, you know what, Flylu? That's actually a good thing. So when I come back from our next tour, so next Friday I'll do my next stream, and it's under the topic failures for sure. So we're going to do maybe another scenario with the FSI panel, but I can try as well with the fly-by-wire hydraulics. Yeah, sure. If you remind me, Lilo, next week, I'll try that for sure. Cool. Mark, did you reduce anything with temperature or pressure or anything? Or did
Welcome
you...
aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
Yeah, I've put them in as
experience.
the...
Could new subscribers please
the
make your
ATIS.
way to the first class cabin,
Okay, exactly. So
where
the ATIS is
complimentary
one, right.
drinks,
So
snacks and
wind,
premium flight entertainment will be
336 at
served.
10.
Thank you.
8 degrees, 177.
Let me just go to the page. So I've got 350 at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Outside is 8. QNH 1007. Runway condition dry. Anti-ice off.
Okay. I would suggest maybe anti-ice on, because broken 1500, in case engine failure, we may go into that with 8 degrees. So yeah, just just make sure that we have that. So Captain Danny, thank you for the 27 months, and Arnie, thank you for the 44 months. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
takeoff weight
Twitch channel subscriber
280.2.
experience. Could new
CFG
subscribers please make your way to the
26.8.
first class cabin, where complimentary
Flex
drinks, snacks
standard.
and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Config auto and aircon on. For those 19 passengers in the back.
Okay, aircon on. So, and game stuff, thank you for the 29 months as well. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well, guys. Thank you. Right, so let's see. So that means flex 70 on my side.
Yeah, there's a slight change there with that anti-ice checking.
Yeah, so that's going to be, looks like 46, 57, 62.
I got 48, 59, 65.
Okay, let me just check. So it's a bit distracted. So dry, engine anti-ice on. Take weight 280.2.
Yep.
Config 3, correct?
Yep.
Or,
Config 2.
okay, config 2, compute.
Config 2.
Yeah. So 148, 159, 165, that's what I have now.
Yep, perfect, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I just need to update mine now, we agree.
Yeah.
And
Any clips alert?
the flex is 70 checked. Up 3.1 check. Yep.
Right, yeah, so Ellie, have a good flight to Newark. Lovely. Good, so that's checked. RatNav Trend is in. Got a beacon there as well. So let me switch that to ADF then. And right, just going to jot over the panel real quickly. Ground control. So what was our slot again?
It's off blocks at 12:09. Takeoff 19.
Okay, so I guess I'll ask for clearance in about 15 minutes.
Yep, cool.
And then just doing a flight test. DK, hello. Are you flying Hamburg to Vancouver? Lovely. That's a long flight though, isn't it? So Mark is facing a flight time today of 7:55, so almost 8 hours. I hope you got lots of coffee, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so those that are just joining, I do apologize. I'm unable to stream the complete flight because I've got duty coming up tomorrow, and I've got to fly to Frankfurt today because otherwise I won't be able to make it tomorrow. So we'll stream takeoff, and I think we'll be able to stream the clearance because we are going to be entering the airspace an hour 38 already after, or at Resno it's going to be so an hour 15 after takeoff. So we'll definitely get the clearance for the crossing together. So that's all fine. Quick talk about procedures. So right now, so East Midlands ground is staffed by a single controller who is responsible for providing clearance, pushback, and taxi instructions. When it's busy, it's a lot of work. Be patient. Yeah, we'll do that. So obtaining your clearance no earlier than 50 minutes before your EUBT. Okay. So 50 minutes prior. We'll go call sign, aircraft type, stand number, ATIS, QNH. Get the clearance. Then we'll get pushback. It says you may be told to hold position and give an estimate delay. Please do not repeatedly ask for updates. The ground will be very busy monitoring the overall flow of the departures. Our controllers use a plugin to display which aircraft have a CTP booking. All right, so there we go. Aircraft with a CTP booking will be prioritized over non-event traffic. Okay, that sounds good. Good. So pushback taxi for East Midlands. You should begin your pushback as soon as you receive clearance to do so. So Mark will then pre-plan the pushback as soon as he knows which direction we'll face. Transfer to tower. You may be told to contact East Midlands Tower, although they don't have a tower at the moment. But they have approach, so maybe they'll hand us over later to approach for the takeoff clearance. We shall see. Yeah, alternatively, you may be instructed to monitor East Midlands Tower. Monitor. Okay, we'll see what happens. Aircraft are assumed to be ready for departure with the relevant takeoff checks completed on reaching the holding point. There we go. Yeah, we'll be doing that. Once you're cleared for takeoff, you are expected to begin your takeoff roll without delay to minimize runway occupancy time. That's all fine. After departure. So initial departure, check initial climb on the chart as they vary by SIT. If you're routing via trend, it's going to be 6,000. So 6,000, and you must not change frequencies until instructed to do so. On first contact with East Midlands radar or Scottish control, if it's runway 27 departure, you must report call sign, SIT designator, passing altitude, and initial altitude for the SID. Yeah, I'll try to remember that. So in the UK, any instructions to climb by ATC shall be performed or followed immediately, and outer constraints on the SID can be disregarded. The phrase climb now is used to reiterate this. Do not set standard pressure until cleared to a flight level. But remember, if you're routing southbound, and we're not doing that, climb at cruise. ATC will often assign a heading off route to separate from other traffic. Yeah, we're aware of that. And when you're transferred to another frequency, you only need to report your call sign and cleared level. Okay, that's new. That's something I tend to do wrong then, because I normally always report passing level as well. But here it's a special thing. You only need to report your cleared level. Right, Oceanic. When entering, requesting ocean clearance via NatTrack, so that's the website. Please do not leave the domestic frequency. If you must contact Shamrock Delivery via voice, then you must inform ATC prior leaving the frequency. That makes sense. All clearance requests are handled online via NatTrack. Information on how to use the system are included in the Gander Oceanic website. Make sure you request the clearance at least 30 minutes prior to the Oceanic entry. So we'll be pretty busy for departure for us. Getting everything organized and then get the clearance. So it should be quite hectic until we get over the Atlantic.
Then
Alrighty,
you desert me.
Yeah, I know. And I really hate to do that. The alternative would have been not to stream at all, but I thought, well, at least I want to do the departure, and again, we've not flown a full flight, a proper full flight yet in the A340 shared flight, so it's a good test as well, at least initially. Right, there's a cargo. Looks 747 there, and a 747 Pacific cargo there. Nice. Cool. Right, so Mark, I think we've entered all the values. If you want, we can do the briefing.
Yeah.
Let me do one more thing. Let me just, for the viewers, get the charts out. So, we are departing trend to November. Departure. There we go. So here's the chart for the viewers as well. I just basically passengers for the viewers. Right. So we are departing runway 27, full length departure. The SID will be the trend to November departure. It's a conventional SID, which means we shall proceed straight ahead to 1 mile. India Echo Mike Echo, that's the localizer DB 109.35, then turn right 298 degree trek, cross 12 dBs trend, at or above 3 max 6, so between 3 and 6,000 feet there. So that's a window. Then turn right, intercept trend 162 or course 342 radial outbound. Disregard inbound, so course 342 inbound to trend, and will cross 7 miles between 5 and 6,000 feet. Continue inbound to trend, and 4 miles we're supposed to be at 6,000 until cleared otherwise. And then we go to trend VOR, and from there en route. I am going to go have a look at the FMS quickly here, so that we can check everything's programmed correctly. So those that don't know, A is 1 mile, so A, alphabet A first one. G would be 6, so 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles. And again, D is 4 miles, and then trend. So everything's correctly programmed, including the restrictions. 5,000 above, and then there we would be at 6,000. Can I do one more thing, Mark? Can I change transition now to 6,100?
Yeah.
So we don't get that blinking altimeter setting there. So performance. It says transition altitude, performance page. Yeah, and then 6,100. So that's a little trick so that the altimeter scale doesn't flash, and also then on the flight plan page it does say the constraint correctly now, not flight level 60 but 6,000 feet exactly at. So that's all correctly programmed. The sector altitude is initially 2,500, and then we enter the 2,700 MSA sector. The extra fuel, according to the flight plan, you have a 1 hour extra fuel planned because it is an event going on. Good. That's all.
Okay, so the hotspots for the briefing. I think the hotspot that will impact us is hotspot 1. So if you look at the chart 10-9, you'll see that is on the exit from our parking onto the main taxiway A. And again, with the amount of traffic today, that could be a consideration for us. Our stop margin for a rejected takeoff is 162 metres. So we're quite heavy, obviously, with the fuel, so that's worth bearing in consideration. Our EOCID is to continue out runway heading, contact ATC and discuss options bearing on obviously our issue, and which will become a potential threat is how busy the airport is. Return diversion considerations are just that the airport may be busy, and also we are above maximum landing weight. We're taking off at 280 tonnes. Maximum landing weight is 265, so we'll need to discuss options for that and maybe a diversion to another airport.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the weather for Manchester. I agree. If we have to burn or dump fuel anyways, then we may as well go somewhere else.
Yeah. So Manchester is possible. Stansted, Birmingham.
Hey Archie, it's going to be busy, to be honest, because the 20 slots spread over a few hours. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, normally, the controllers are very fit, so I don't see any bigger issues. Okay, threat-wise, yeah, we're heavy. Lots of traffic today, so we've got to make sure we have good radio. How would you say?
Awareness.
Discipline. There we go. So good radio discipline. And whenever you're talking and I'm just picking up a radio call, I'll just say radio call.
Yeah.
That way you know that you have to be quiet for a few seconds. Right. So that's all I have. If you want, we can get the first checklist done.
Okay, let's go for the cockpit preparation checklist, please.
Also going to start the APU here. Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity. Oh,
it's 75,600 kilograms, equally distributed.
Yeah, and just for the record, we have nothing at the moment in the trim tank, but that will change during flight, I assume. Good. Seatbelts.
On.
And ADIRs.
NAF.
Bar row ref.
1007.
QH1007. That's a cockpit preparation checklist completed. So let's have a look. How's it looking? And it's 39, so it's 25 minutes prior to our slot time. Now, it did say slot time, didn't it? CTOT, Mark.
Its takeoff time is 19.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay, 19. All right. I've got a few more minutes to pass.
So pushback is connecting.
Checked. Good. First frequency is going to be... Oh, it's got delivery now. So 21,175.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Broken 1,900 feet, temperature +8, dew point +4, QNH 10.
So I'll just start listening on delivery here.
Yeah.
See how busy they are, and I will check the ATIS when we get close to getting the clearance.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm actually fairly excited about trying this in shared flight. Hey MAN, nice to see you. Because for me, that's the way I do my work in real life, right? I'm not flying on my own, and so yeah, it's great to kind of polish the procedures here and the PC sim as well regarding shared flight. And Mark, like I said, Mark has and me have done many flights together. I think we're getting very efficient already. So. Hey Avenger, London Controller is flying to Toronto too, nice. And Affenking, moin, how are you doing? Now, if you're flying shared flight, cool thing is as well, so it's such a long flight, yeah, you can hand over controls and, you can actually, you don't have to call in and ask, to leave the frequency or something. You can just hand over controls. Let me already call up that website. Although, I think, Mark, do you have to get a clearance then?
For the NATS clearance, yeah, I think I'll have to do that.
Because we logged on with your ID. So.
Yes, that's correct. It might be worth a try, but I'm pretty convinced it'll be me.
Yeah. Arnie, no. So Mark is a very passionate flight simmer. And yeah, when we started out on shared flight, yeah, he wanted to learn, everything according to the real world procedures, and so, so when we fly together, actually, I'm actually fairly strict with him. Meaning if I notice anything, even those the minute things, I will let him know, and he's very motivated to improve and. Like I said, we've done some flights where literally it felt like flying in real life. And the cool thing is, as you're flying together, you're picking up certain things. If something's missing or something's being done wrong, or if it deviates from the speeds too far or whatever, it's you see that, and you can make out corrective calls and. Etc. Or afterwards, give direct feedback. The same thing. The potential. I'll just dial that down a bit. So the potential, as having as an app, to even instruct people, of course, all on non-professional level. But if someone wants to learn how to fly, let's say the A319 or A320, you have someone very knowledgeable with you. The learning curve is going to be so nice and steep. Or, for example, let's say you're new to VATSIM, and you do shared flight, and then let the other one that has a lot more experience with VATSIM do the talking, and then you can, learn by listening in and fly along. A lot more fun. Hey MCK, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend. Also, there's always certain things that you have to coordinate.
Ready for push and start.
So
471.
The big important thing, for example, is how to use the MCDU and the autopilot panel. There's nothing more annoying than having that not uncoordinated. So the very basic rule is that if you are doing manual flying, then all the entries through the MCDU and the flight control unit are done by the pilot monitoring. So in real life, or even a sim here, you have your hands on the joystick and the thrust levers, and you're supposed to keep them there when you're flying manually. So that's why any entries, any switchings, all done by the pilot monitoring. Slot is set 12:0 or 12:19 for takeoff, so I think we'll get the clearance in about 5 minutes from now, and then from there we'll go, pushback, engine start, taxi out, etc., etc. But that will be coordinated by the controller, so we just make sure that we are ready by the time we reach the slot. Yeah, so it's the moment that the autopilot is switched on, then things change. So at that moment, the pilot flying will then manipulate, any lateral or vertical adjustments himself, either through the FCU or the MCDU. So it's not really that complicated. It's just it has to be coordinated. Otherwise, there will be confusion, frustration.
Yeah, I think.
Arnie says, how do you follow Airbus or company rules work in this flight? This is my interest. Well, we are doing things, I wouldn't say 100% according to my company procedures, but fairly close. And the reason for that is obviously I don't want to, start getting into habits which will, be contrary to my real-world flying. So that's why I don't deviate much from my real-world procedures. Cool. Just going to fetch the latest ATIS. So that's going to be frequency 22. Oh, it just logged off. That's weird. Maybe just change it. I'll just leave that running. So 50 is going to be changed anyway. So.
Yep.
Let's see how busy the airport is right now. Tower view. So there we are, down here. Okay. I was surprised, East Midlands. I've been to East Midlands in real life, especially when I was flying the 737. And as a first officer a long time ago, we had, actually we flew freight and, freight was to East Midlands. So I've been here, many times. Oh, look at that, 340 Lufthansa. I wonder what he's doing here.
Lost.
Yeah, lost. A quick fuel stop in between. Yeah, but even voice MCK? Just wondering. Yeah, I just saw that now it's back online, 22675 apparently. Let's see. Okay. Then via text, it would be information Charlie. Oh, but that's 30 minutes old. That's runway 27, 359, 10 kilometers, broken 1,900 feet, temperature 8, and QNH is 1007 still. Right, back on delivery. Okay, shall we fetch the clearance? I read it a copy mark.
Yes, clearance, please.
So Euro 582. Cool call sign. So Trent to November, Squawk, Freak. East Midlands delivery. Good afternoon from Euro 582.
East Midlands delivery, good afternoon. Pass your message.
Very good afternoon. So Euro 582 heavy, A340-600 with stand number 104. Information Charlie currently received. QNH 1007 requesting clearance, please.
Euro 582 cleared to Toronto Leicester via the Trent to November departure. Squawk 4451.
Cleared to Toronto, Trent to November departure, runway 27, the Squawk 4451 for Euro 582.
Euro 582, read back correct.
So 4451
East Midlands
is
delivery Cogolus
Yeah.
46 Vector stand 101, ready for push and start.
good. So as briefed,
East Midlands ground on
27.
1.1.9.
changes.
Have a good
Yeah,
flight.
27. And
East
so
Midlands ground 121.9, Cogolus 46 Vector. Thank
he
you.
didn't give us an altitude because it's all already described in the departure route. So that briefing package there. So that's
6,000 set, yeah.
so 6,000.
Cool.
And Scottish will be 134430. Let's see if they're online. Probably. Oh, there's so many frequencies. Blimey. But it's going to be instructed anyways. But just to see if I can pre-dial that. I don't see it yet. And otherwise we have approach frequency. Oh no, we don't. That's Scottish 3275. We'll see. He'll get us a frequency later on then. Good. And remember to report the call sign, SID designator, current altitude, and cleared level. Grumpy Nell, hey, how you doing? Did you already have your interview? Alex says presumably will be handed over to Manchester Team A, Scottish, which on VATSIM will be 133.2. Thank you much. I'll note that down and then we'll see. Get ready for that. Cool. APU is running. Let's get the APU bleed on. Disconnecting
Good
the ramp
afternoon,
out.
East Midlands clearance delivery. This is standby.
This is standby. Okay.
Might be worth asking for taxi a bit earlier as we've
Clearance delivery, this is
got to
Road
taxi to the other end.
336,
Yeah.
with
This
you
is
within
Gave us 10
747.
minutes.
Requesting
Yeah, if you
IFR
like,
clearance
I'll call
Copenhagen.
in fully ready.
Welcome
anytime.
aboard the Captain Black Box
See
Duo
when it
Channel
allows us to start up.
experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Mr. Mango, sir, thank you so much. That's 3 months in advance. Thank you. That's really, really kind of you. Thanks for joining our community.
103. My apologies, didn't miss it. I didn't pass it over. My apologies.
So, my dear
Welcome
viewers,
aboard
is
Captain
the
Black Box
ATC
Channel
loud
Satellite
enough, or do you need that
experience.
louder, or
Could new subscribers please
Okay.
make your way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight
and
entertainment
Aviator
will be
coming in with
served.
27 months?
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Trent, 2 November departure.
Hey,
squawk
BBGL for
3205,
today, less than
and
3.
a very good afternoon to you
Thank
as
you much,
well. Thank you very
Aviator.
much, and
That's
that's
very
World
kind.
Express 336.
Oh, because the door's opening. How's that?
Hmm?
Yeah, look at the door page. Was that me messing around with the... No, it's
It
auto,
will be,
isn't it?
yep. Very, very likely.
Okay, so shall I put everything to close?
Yeah.
4-second close, 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 and close. Right, let's see. Hey, Linita, nice to see you. I wonder how the shared flight goes with JSnap and Tail West and Josh.
I
and
think they should be
747.
taking off around about now, so
That is pretty cool as well. Right, lovely. Okay, shall I report in fully ready?
yes sir, let's go for it.
And delivery Euro 582. We're fully ready anytime for push and start.
Euro 582. Roger, just hold position a minute. We'll hold you for 5 minutes.
Okay, let's copy the holding position. Euro 582. Well, there we go. Now he knows that we're ready anytime.
Nice try.
So I'll leave the beacon to you. The rest
Yep.
I've switched on.
Okay. Should we take a before start checklist now, please?
Yes, sir. Before start checklist. Parking brake.
On.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
148, 159, 165, flex 70.
148, 159, 165, flex 70. Windows.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Thank you.
How's the Toliss? It's very nice. I enjoy it. It's not as, regarding textures, not as, high fidelity as, let's say, the Phoenix, for example. But for the purpose of, flying shared flight, for example, or even, having a nice Neo in XP12, I think it's a good add-on, causing little issues. But yeah, if you want to find the hair in the soup, as we say here in Germany, yeah, you'll find it, and you find things that will upset you. But yeah, it's for me, there is no perfect add-on. Every add-on has some pros and cons, and that's just the way it is. Grumpy says still waiting, got an email. They are really busy, can't confirm the date right now. And waiting for the pool. Okay. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed, Grumpy. That's always a terrible time if you have to wait so long. For me, at least, I'm a really impatient person, so I feel for you, and hope you get called quickly.
0582 East Midlands delivery.
You're a 582, good.
0582, contact East Midlands
Welcome
ground
aboard
on
the Captain
121.9.
Black Box Duo Channel experience.
119,
Could
thanks a lot.
new
Have a nice
subscribers
day.
please
Euro
make their
582.
way to the first class cabin, where
Position level,
complimentary
flight
drinks,
level
snacks and
75.
premium flight
Surface wind
infotainment will be
350
served.
degrees 9
Thank
knots.
you.
Visibility 10 kilometers.
Happy
Quite
flying.
safe.
Broken
Enjoyed the
1009.
world's greatest airport capper.
Quas, thank you so much. Thanks for the 5. Big shout out. Quas, are you flying today as well on the event? Completely random question. I remember the PA on FS Labs work. Does the PA on the PNG? I've never tried it, to be fair. I don't think so. Okay, Mark, shall we go for pushback?
Yes, sir.
East Midlands ground, good afternoon. Euro 582 heavy, stand 104, QNH 1007 requesting a pushback.
Euro 582, stand by.
Standing by. You got Scottish and a bit later on. Of course, yeah, Quas, yeah, of course, he would be controlling today as well. GG. Yeah, thanks for the hard work. I mean,
582, you got an estimated time for ready for taxi after you push? You got a rough, I don't want to push you too early, that's all.
About 10
okay,
minutes.
yeah, so we will take about 10 minutes to push, start the engines, and taxi out.
Roger, push in 3 minutes, please.
That is copied. Standing by and clear the push in 3 minutes. Euro 582. Right, so we'll start the chrono. 3 minutes.
Cargo X46 ready taxi.
Even the PA. Oh yeah, something's bugged there. Yeah, yeah.
Go Bravo Juliet Alpha, hold Alpha 8 for now.
It still does that, doesn't it? It puts
Bravo
the
Juliet Alpha, hold
disarms the
Alpha
slides
8,
again.
Cargo
And so
X46
on.
Victor.
Yeah, I'll confirm again, MCK, in 3 minutes. It did sound like, you could push in 3 minutes or something, what he said. It's kind of weird call to make. So I'll make sure that, I'll make sure that we are cleared in 3 minutes. Just to confirm. Right.
East Midlands ground, a very good afternoon.
That
This is
747
Road
still hasn't
Express
moved. That's interesting.
336. Stand 103 with information Charlie requesting push and start, please.
So, Mark, what do you expect? West
nose
or
east.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that 747's moving now, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we'll follow
Well,
him
Express
down.
336, stand by. Euro
Have you,
582, you able to
Oh.
push clear of Foxtrot?
Are we able to clear push Foxtrot? Yeah, that's behind us, isn't it? Euro 5H2 heavy, that's a firm.
Euro 582, your push and start is approved now. Please face east, facing clear of Foxtrot. I can get you taxied up there.
Okay, we're clear to push, and we'll push back to clear Foxtrot and the nose towards the east, Euro 582 heavy. Alrighty, so
That's
now
a
it's
long,
up to you
that's a long
to...
pushback.
Yeah, the good thing is though, pushback,
Yeah.
better pushback should be able to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, releasing parking brake.
Roger. There we go, pushing.
Starting engines.
World Express 336, caution the traffic to your right-hand
Starting
side, the
engines
A340-600
3 and
pushing
4.
now.
Roger.
He's going to be pushing long back, and then your push and start will be approved to face the...
Can you put the thrust levers to idle mark? They're not quite idle, it seems.
Yeah,
Yeah, caution
they're
to
idle
the
for me.
traffic on the
Okay, yeah, no, they're
right
idle. Okay.
side. Here's a long pushback facing east. Awaiting instructions to start and push facing east. World Express 336.
World Express 336, your push and start is approved. Just caution that traffic when you're pushing back. You should be clear of him now. Just be aware of it.
Yeah, be aware of the traffic to my right and starting push and start. And thank you.
Oh, look at those engines. Beautiful.
Look 6 Vic, sorry, cargo look 46 Victor, continue to holding point Alpha 5.
Continue holding point Alpha 5, cargo looks 46 Victor.
Oh yeah, Grampy now. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, do that.
And starting engines 1 and 2.
And East Midlands broadcast new QNH 1008. That's new QNH 1008. East Midlands out.
1008 set.
Yep, set.
Cargo looks 46 Victor, just a double check, it was Alpha 5.
AFO.
Seems like we have a bit of mismatch regarding the thrust settings. I've got 1.099 on 3 and 4.
I've got 001.
Cargo look 6 Victor, you can continue taxi to holding point Alpha 1 now for 27 Flyer Alpha.
Runway 27, holding point Alpha 1 via Alpha, cargo looks 46 Victor.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And Grumpy's doing Helsinki, Copenhagen, lovely. Okay, now the engines have spooled down again, okay, cool. Yeah, looking good. Automatic trim setting, which is nice, I like that. Yeah, that was just on my side, MCK, kind of a desync, but it's okay now. Yeah, so it looks like good engine start. Just waiting for you to set the start switch back to normal. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take an after start checklist.
Got some items to do still.
Oh.
Let's wait until we finish pushback for the flight control
Yeah,
check.
that's what we need to do.
Yeah. But GG, good pushback. Well clear of Foxtrot. Nice.
Our push is there. Lovely.
Yeah, perfect.
World Express 336, ready to taxi, please.
World Express 336, roger, taxi holding point Alpha 1 for 27 via Bravo, Juliet
fingers
and
crossed.
Alpha.
Yeah, should be, up to now is perfect. So
Taxi to Alpha 1 for runway 27 via Bravo, Juliet and Alpha. World Express 336.
Would you have the anti-ice on now? Or
no,
wait till...
no, I'll wait until you have.
Because we accounted for it, didn't we, in the...
Yeah, it's just in case we have an engine failure, we have to enter the clouds while we're still
Yeah.
in the climb out, and that's just in case. Yeah, so he's pulling away from me. That's
just
good.
waiting for the disconnect.
Have a look, 466 to contact
Okay,
Tower
disconnected.
124.0.
Yeah, me, sir.
Flight control check.
Tower 124,
Yes, sir.
goodbye, cargo sources
Full
Victor.
left. Full right. Neutral. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. There he goes.
Okay, we'll have to start checklist then, please.
Sir, after start checklist. Anti-ice.
Is off.
Yep. Ecam status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Is 24.4.
From here, I would say.
No,
it's
sorry,
26.
26.8. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
26.8
And rudder trim.
is neutral.
That's the after start checklist complete. I've got yeah, hand signal was there, so whenever you're ready, I'll call in for the taxi list.
Okay, yes, we can call in, please.
Euro 582 is requesting taxi.
582, taxi holding point Alpha 1 for 27 via Foxtrot and Alpha.
We'll take taxi base Foxtrot and Alpha, holding point Alpha 1, runway 27, Euro 582 heavy. Okay, so Foxtrot, left, then right Alpha, all the way down Alpha 1.
Cool.
Clear right side.
And clear left.
So now comes the hard
Parking
part.
brake up. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, taxi.
Yeah.
So Foxtrot is this first one, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Left and then right again.
Yeah, lovely.
No, so Arnie, at the moment, since Active Sky for X-Plane is still under beta, we decided to go with live X-Plane weather. So that's what we're using. So we found that there can be some issues at the moment when using Active Sky as your weather source with the synchronization of the weather. So I can confirm no lamps were hurt in that procedure. Cool.
No grass crossed.
No grass crops. No cutting corners in the UK, obviously. Yeah, Mr. Moss. So well, Mark thought about, how can he make it a little bit more realistic, flying the 340-600 on that flight from East Midlands to Toronto, and so he knew that there are actually some what they call it exactly, European cargo planes with the 340-600. So these are, how do you call it, Praetors or?
Praetors, yeah. So they're still configured for passengers. They put cargo on the seats and obviously in the cargo hold as well. So.
Flight Express 336, contact East Midlands Tower 124.0. Goodbye.
Alright, so they have the tower.
Transfer to tower on 124.0 for World Express 336, and thank you very much for the service. Bye-bye.
Lovely. Oh, that's a 747 taking off. Oh, I've got to watch
Yeah.
that. Let's go into tower view. Oh, yeah. And George also confirms that these cargo planes approach over into Bournemouth. Lovely.
They're based in Bournemouth, actually, yeah.
Ah, they're based in
And-
Bournemouth.
Yeah, and if you notice from the colour scheme, they're ex-Virgin. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
titles have been removed, and that's why they're a bit of a mishmash.
I was wondering because of the winglets. They have that Union Jack on there. That's why. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And the red, of course, the red color for the engine. Oh, that's. Well, he used all of that runway.
He's still using it.
Well, there was a little bump after he crossed the threshold. Maybe I'm not sure if he actually managed to take off in time.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's continue on the items here. So make sure passengers that we have know. I'll give you the weather radar. Predict wind shear goes to auto.
Afternoon. Good afternoon, ED135 gate 10.
So yeah, ready anytime.
Okay, so taxi checklist, please.
Taxi checklist. Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 2.
135, Roger, stand 10, push
Config 2. Radar and predictive wind shear system. Let me answer
On.
that so you don't have to look down. Yeah, I'll answer that on. And auto and MCK, that is a new procedure for us as well. So the pilot monitoring IEFO reads back the radar predictive wind shear system now, not the captain. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
And ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Yeah. Same thing for after landing MCK. He'll switch the radar predictive wind shear system off, and then the captain commands the checklist, and then the FO reads after landing checklist, radar predictive wind shear system off after landing checklist completed. Yeah, so that's the taxi checklist completed.
0582, contact the tower 124.0, goodbye. Have a great flight.
124.0, have a great afternoon from Eurotrans 582 Heavy. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Are we ready?
We are ready.
East Midlands Tower, good afternoon. From Eurotrans 582 Heavy is ready for departure.
0582 East Midlands Tower, good afternoon. Via Alpha 1, land up runway 27.
Via Alpha 1, line up and wait runway 27, Euro 582. So should I do the lights for you, or?
I can do the lights.
Okay, I'll get the TCAS. Cabin crew, prepare for departure.
London Express 336, contact Scottish Control 133.2, bye-bye.
133.2, thanks for the service. Goodbye, World Express 336.
And line up checklist, please.
Line checklist. Takeoff runway.
27 full length.
27 full length. TCAS. TARA, that's my call. And PAX 1 and 2.
On.
See, line up checklist completed. Gonna reset the chrono. 15 minutes. Reset. Look at that, what a timing. 1:15. GG.
Wow.
Right, let's hope that runway is long enough for us.
Oh my god.
Sweaty palm time.
0582, the service winds 350 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Right,
Are you ready?
Clear takeoff, Euro 582. I'm ready.
Are you
Let's
ready?
do this.
Okay. Takeoff. Oh, that noise. Manflex 70 SRS runway auto thrust is blue.
That's all checked. Thrust set. $100 knots.
Checked.
That looks like a good acceleration. V1. Rotate. Pause of the climb.
Gear up. Nav.
Gear up. Lovely. Here we go. Hey there, Flores.
0582, contact Scottish Control 133.2, bye-bye.
133.2, thanks a lot, bye-bye. Euro 582. Right,
Thrust climb. Climb alt blue 6000.
Speedbird 123, London Control, roger.
Looking good.
6 November Lima on conversion, speed 300 knots or greater.
If you want, you can take the flaps forward with my tail.
Yeah. Flaps 1, please.
We checked. Flaps 1. Scottish, good afternoon. Euro 582 heavy, passing 2,300, climbing 6,000 on the Trent to November departure.
Euro 582, London Control, hello, climb flight level 90.
Euro 582, climb level 90. Right, so they should have pulled
Scottish
that for
Liner
you.
6 Papa Mike, passing 4,200, out of Manchester. 6 Papa Mike, London Control, roger.
Put engine 99.
London Control, Carlos Forces, Vector, please repeat previous instructions.
Please on station
You
course
want
only.
open climb or?
Open climb, please.
46 Victor, climb flight level 280.
All 280, Carlos Forces, continue.
G235 Whiskey, climb flight level 240.
Okay, flap 0.
Climb flight level 240, Freezy 235
Zero.
Express 336, climb flight level 190.
Autopilot 1.
190 for World Express 336.
Checked.
83 Papa Whiskey, when ready, descend flight level 200 on conversion, speed 300 knots or less. When ready, descend flight level 200 on conversion, 300 knots or less, and 83 Papa Whiskey.
Beautiful. Well done.
Bird 132, descend flight level 270 on conversion, speed 290 knots or less.
Wow, it does like 30 degree back jerks, doesn't it?
Wow.
270.
Why?
Sporty aircraft.
6 Papa Mike, climb flight level 100. Level 100 right now, 6 Papa Mike.
And the climb rate is quite good.
270 and 290.
That's standard.
Standard, let's cross checked.
Disregard.
Passing 6-7. Now.
Checked.
Papa Golf, contact London Control 127.1 by.
That's a good performance. 3,000 feet from there, 2,000 feet to go.
Wow.
Arnie, yes.
Papa Mike, route direct
We're using
to Digma,
a
climb
new
flight
plugin
level 160.
which should be released in
direct Digma,
the near
right now, 6 Papa
future.
Mike.
It's called Shared Flight.
Speed out start.
Checked. 700 feet to go.
Scottish flight level 5, right, 6 Papa Mike. It's your cruise flight level 160. 160, thank you.
Do you use auto? No, I don't use auto or Havion. I don't. At the moment, I'm quite surprised that and I'm not using any orthos, not Orbix, anything like that. So I'm quite surprised as well that the scenery looks quite nice.
The 12 Lima Tango, contact London Control 127.1 by.
Hey, Aviator, you just waved as we flew over. Nice. Hope we didn't make too much
Row
noise.
582, climb flight level 130.
There are 5H2 climb level 130.
Press 336, climb flight level 280.
Thrust climb,
Flight level
open
280,
climb,
forward
flight level
express
130.
It's checked. See, that's what I mean with the shared flight. So you know, just like in real life, I'm doing the RT, right? And Mark dialed in the altitude.
Speed 280 on
Used the autopilot now to climb.
We're doing 3 conclusion.
Yeah, so Mr. Mango.
Now on 121.1 bike.
That's what I assume right now, because again, I'm not using autos in the UK. So that was all standard.
Blackpool, we've got spare parking about 10,000 on Unicorn if you do busy.
Nice.
If you can just get run on Unicorn, remain outside control the space.
Did you switch off the seatbelts?
Okay, remain outside. I think
no.
remain outside the whole way. Just down Unicorn.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Probably you can call me on when you're
Sorry,
taking off.
boss.
I can give you a very basic service,
Yeah,
but that's all I can offer,
Alright,
unfortunately.
so rat that, I'll clear that to you. Secondary collective. Fix info.
Correction, you're weighing 67 Foxtrot to Yankee London Control, correction, Scottish Control, hello, climb flight level 280 level by
Yeah,
alarm.
set, and 1956 is what we are supposed to be landing. And I did see you pulling the wind data, didn't I? So
Yeah, you did, yeah.
yeah, so cruise wind, that's all set. So that should be fairly accurate. And I'll give you a fuel check, time
582,
check.
climb flight level 190.
You're a 582, climb level 190.
T235 Whiskey,
Did you get that,
contact
Mark?
Scottish Control, 135.850 by.
190.
Scottish Control on 135.850 for 8235 Whiskey. If you're on
Climb Alt Blue, flight level 190.
MCK, I've got to leave in about an hour 30, so...
Then it's 35 Delta London Control, hello, climb
So
flight level
the plan
190.
is that I should be here for the entry clearance, and the entry will be at just past Revenue.
A3 Papa Whiskey, descend flight level 180, level by Sitku.
And Revenue we're expecting to be over at the
Good
moment
132, descend flight level 200, speed 290 knots or less.
at 13:04. So it's only 45 minutes from now. So
200 speed 290 knots or less.
You could ring in sick.
the problem is I've got a very nice tour which I don't want to miss. To be clear. So.
Oh well.
Well, you know what? Max Giftsberg is asking whether or not you can. Well, he's got Kappa there, but I mean, if you could stream on Discord later on when I'm gone.
I do. See how it goes. But yeah, that's a possibility, yeah.
Because you do have fast internet now. Let's do a poll.
No.
Well, no, not Bucharest. I've got Bucharest
Good
sometimes.
132, speed 280 knots or less.
280 knots or less.
Oh, that's good speed, isn't it? 220 knots.
Yeah.
Cadence.
We're going to be speed of light soon.
Yeah. SAT is minus
225
23.
Papa London Control, roger.
So that's why I still have engine anti-ice on. And I got 1,000 feet to go.
Thank you.
Express 326, contact London Control 128.125, bye.
128.125, thank you very much for the service.
Speed out start.
Yes, checked.
Road 46, Victor, contact Scottish Control 125.850, bye.
Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy, you can't see much.
Contact Scottish 125.850, Carlos 46, capacity for service.
83 Papa Whiskey, speed 280 knots or greater.
280 or greater and keep a Whiskey.
3 Papa Whiskey, contact Dublin
Let's have a
approach
look. So
121.1,
360
bye.
is planned. Optimus 370 right now, so it's all good. Happy with
I
that.
filed for higher, but that's what they gave, unfortunately.
946 London Control, roger. You're weighing 67 Foxtrot Yankee, contact London Control
That's just clearing up a bit.
correction
There we go.
133.7, bye.
Beautiful.
Young 67 Fox.
That looks great for no ortho.
Yeah, yes, I see the same.
75.
was just wondering if they have,
133.7.
you know, in certain regions of the world, that they actually have some good ground textures.
Bye-bye.
So not everywhere, but... No, it's not Yoda. I took out True Earth because it was just so heavy on the FPS.
Currently, 4 freedoms come out from 10 out.
Service at Penhill, climb flight level 160.
Climb flight level 160, 19
So I'd love to give him a
Good,
nudge.
132, contact Dublin radar,
I think
121.
he's going to hand us off at Asnick probably.
That's 122, good job, mate.
November 576 Lima, Mike, contact Dublin radar 121.1 byte.
121.1, thank you, bye.
Runway 6 Papa Mike, request descent. 6 Papa Mike, descend flight level 120. Level 120, Runway 6 Papa Mike. Scottish good off from 6 Alpha X-ray, passing to down 500. 62 Alpha X-ray, Luna Control, hello,
Yeah, so I
climb,
actually tried
flight
to
level
get to the map
280.
track website. It says you must be connected either as pilot or controller.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah.
fair enough.
That's why you-
What's the, I'd ask him for about half an hour before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should be getting that soon. Ancient tires will go off now.
Climb 946, request climbing.
946, climb flight level 280, level by Alava.
Climb flight level 280, level by Alava. Climb 946.
Maybe needs a nudge.
Euro 582. Is there any chance for further climb?
Stand by. Channel 35 Delta, contact London 127.1 byte. Who's the last station? Sorry, Euro.
Yeah, Euro 582, maintaining 190.
Euro 580, yep, you can climb flight level 280.
That's much appreciated. Climb level 280, Euro 582.
Thrust climb, climb alt blue, flight level 280.
6 Papa Mike, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100 right now, 6 Papa Mike.
Right, look at that. Coastline coming just past Liverpool. Left hand side. Oh yeah. I mean, these are all standard shaders. I've not changed anything, and you know, compared to the XP11 version, it has improved definitely. So quite like it.
2434 London Control, hello, climb flight level 190.
Flight level 190, 2434.
Bird 090, contact London Control 127.1 byte.
London Control 127.1, retrieve at 090, thank you yourselves.
Scottish hello, Dennis Golf Oscar from Blue Mike, North Blackpool at 2000.
Beautiful.
Officer Papa Lima Mike, are you routing northbound? We're along the coast to Carlisle, copy the Mike. That's not a problem, it's going to be a basic service on the Blackpool QNH. Standby 1009. 1009, the QNH basic service, copy the Mike.
Resno, just over an hour.
Scottish Control, good day, Minigo, 3 Bravo X-ray, inbound index,
Let's have a look. Resno, IC 1328 currently. Yeah.
3 Bravo X-ray, London Control, hello, climb
again,
flight
I mean,
level
Resno-
270. Climb flight level
So the
270,
change
Minigo,
over to Shanwick airspace
Under
is
225, Papa,
actually,
contact Scottish Correction, London Control 123.7
just
byte.
past revenue.
So if I put the request in on the hour,
contact London
around
Control
1300.
133.7 by.
I would actually... Let's see.
Ryanair 6 Papa Mike, descend flight
Yeah,
level
try
8.
quarter 2. So...
Flight level 8,
15 minutes.
Ryanair 6 on flank.
Yeah.
Hey, Insane Base, how you doing?
Flight 2 contact London Control 133.7 by.
33.7, bye-bye, Euro 5, too heavy. There we go.
T2 Alpha. Canada 946, roger, climb, flight level 330.
Climb, flight level 330, Canada 946.
London, good afternoon. Euro 5, it's too heavy, we're passing 255, climbing 280. Right, apologies. Had a blue screen of death just there, and so right. So I'll try to load in again. Let me just get connected with Mark again. So one thing I've noticed, so I'm getting memory leaks in... Hello, Mark.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm having memory leaks, it seems, because I thought something's going wrong again when you were breaking up again in the voice here. And I have the issue sometimes in Microsoft and X-Plane as well, so no idea exactly. Were you able to read back your clearance with the controller?
Yeah, I'm now at 340, so
okay.
All good.
So I'll load in with autosave and then...
Yeah.
We'll try to
As soon as you come in as a passenger,
yeah,
I'll pull you in.
Roger. So that's why I just need to see what's happening with my system.
That's crazy.
The thing is, I don't know exactly what it is. So when I'm offline, it's all fine. I don't get any issues. I can do long flights. But then when I'm streaming, somehow something's leaking. So autosave, load. So it's the 190, and then I will join your flight.
Yep. You're now crew.
It's loading, stand by. So 340, and then I'll connect back in as observer.
Yeah.
I should be back live again. Cool.
Okay.
Ryanair 40 Mike Yankee, receive mode navigation.
Know when you're ready.
Welcome
aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Virgin 18, Gresham, Virgin 1909, report your Magnum.
Yeah, so...
Virgin 109, we are currently Magnum.
Okay, I'm just setting 13150
For 5% report
for Shannon for further climb.
57 Magnus 82.
One more thing. Could you do me a favor? Go just select direct Ramox and insert that again, and then
Direct to Ramox. Yes.
oh, hang on.
Okay. Done.
Okay, yeah. So for me, let me try that again as well, because there's just a little bit of a desync on my side, so I'll do that on my side as well. I'll try to press that. This is me on the FC just quickly. I just need to... Is the aircraft turning for you?
It is.
Native 907, Shannon
Turning
control
right to
identified.
290.
So just syncing up again. And you said that was a frequency
Golf Whiskey
change.
Charlie, return.
Yeah, so you want 131,150
Okay.
and then further climb from there.
Golf Whiskey Charlie, return.
Was that Scottish or London?
Dublin, I think.
Dublin, good afternoon from Euro 582 Heavy level 340.
Euro 582, Shannon control identified, maintain flight level 340.
Maintain level 340 Euro 582.
Delta 177, resume all navigation direct to Dogal.
So right
Very
now,
I've now got 5540 north as my next waypoint.
And the frequency for your clearance.
Was that direct?
Check that is 123.
That's a direct to
950.
5540 north, yeah.
but you've been given
That
that by
changed.
ATC.
No, that happened. You were working
Okay,
in the
then
do.
you go again direct the next waypoint or direct back, so
Okay,
that's desynchronized for us. So.
bags. Nobody's picked it up yet. So.
Scandinavian 9er, climb now, flight level 370.
It's there on line
Hello,
370.
370, Scandinavian 919.
Yeah,
It just looks like the aircraft in front of you seems to be struggling with frame or something, so they're getting a lot closer than they should be.
yeah.
What's
Fine,
Let's have to back so.
Yeah.
Revenue.
It's kind of weird. It says for me to decelerate on the private flight display, but because
Yeah.
let me just enter the 340. I'm just going to pause sync for a second and then change that on my system. There we go. Okay, and
Just
resync
put it-
again. Yeah.
Just restating a couple of the waypoints that have gone.
But actually, if you put the secondary.
Oh, okay,
second
yeah, I could have done
flight
that.
plan.
I've done it now, so. Good thinking.
And that should be.
Yeah, I should be back now.
I'll recheck the routing as well real quickly. Woo. Yeah, Grim, thank you much for the 12 months. That's 12 months of support, Grim. Thank you, thank you. Right, so let's see, overlay, refresh, good. So, coming back, so let me do a fuel check here. So 25 minutes after departure.
Hello. Shannon Center, American
So
2156.
we took off.
Currently at Shannon International, ready to taxi to runway 24.
Well, I guess my time's a bit wrong down.
Correct, 2156, I think contact Shannon now 124.7.
What time do you see on the
I'm,
chrono, Mark?
147, American
26
2156.
minutes.
26.
The actual, yeah,
Okay, so
the actual time 12:41.
yeah, that's the time. So 26 minutes after departure,
Yep.
which means we are pretty much right on time, which is nice. So we depart at 16 roundabout. So
Yes.
that's 12:16.
Shipper 1 Tango, Lima, have you requested Oceanic clearance?
I'm just waiting for the last second because the problem is that my FOC doesn't give me a reliable arrival time at Dogal
I
until
think it's a
we
good
reach
time to
cruise.
try to get the
Yeah.
clearance as well.
Shipper 1 Tango, Lima,
preparing
Roger,
that
if you
now.
want to do a preliminary one, currently you're estimating 1311.
Yeah, I'm estimating that too. I'll just fill this in after it's done and send it off. Thank you.
Roger.
Wild Rover. So my system's actually fairly new. It's not old at all, and the issues started only like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I know that Microsoft Flight Sim definitely has a memory leak issue for some, and I have that there as well. And X-Plane could be the same thing. You know, it's not completely finished yet as a product, so I haven't noticed it anywhere else.
Captain, can you just check the McDo while I'm on this web page? I'm looking for a maximum flight level because it'd be nice if we could get up to 380.
Well,
And also requested Mach number.
yeah, so on the flight plan it says for the crossing, I would say right now we're doing 8.4 performance.
So
managed
decimal
to-
0.84.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. So 360 is what I would do as maximum level
Okay.
at the moment. Maybe offer 370, but I wouldn't go above 370.
It's what it's asking is requested flight level, so
Yeah,
we'll leave
So
that at
360,
360 and then
yeah.
maximum.
I would go with Mach because you got Cosnex 50.
Yeah.
And there it spits out Mach 0.82.
Okay.
So I would do 0.82.
Yeah. And a maximum flight level if we get a chance. Stick at 360.
Yeah, 370 is max for now.
Okay, cool, thank you. And our NAT track is Kilo, I believe.
123 Shannon, hello, identified. Climb now, flight level 340.
Yeah, we're on track
Tango Lima,
Kilo.
climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, Shannon, Tango Lima.
Shannon, hello, Red Barn 87 with flight level 3.
So,
Red Barn 887, Shannon control, identified, maintain flight level 380. 30 out of 9 Mach 0.
And Shannon, just checking the ATC here. Any chance we could hold off on the 370 for now because the correct max is still only at 372.
Yeah, West, I need to. I am planning to upgrade up to 64 gigabyte.
Thank you. 360 for Shannon.
can you just
807. Yeah.
check the routing for estimated time of arrival at entry fix Resno?
6634.
Okay, so Resno, so the FMS says 27.
Good afternoon, Turkish 17 Whiskey, flight level
On the
360 inbound
OT,
Ramble.
it should be 1328.
Turkish 17 Whiskey, Shannon control identified.
Yeah, so
maintain
that
flight
adds up
level
quite nicely with the
360.
MCD 1327 is what the MCD spits out.
Sorry,
So entry fix is Resno, estimated time of arrival 1328. Okay, uploading the clearance request. Okay, yeah, that's uploaded.
Okay, so one more thing, Mark. So after 5520 north, I have a flight plan disponibility.
1 Shannon control
Do we
identified.
have the same, or is it closed for you?
Check.
Offset 5 Lima, back to frequency.
Level 5 Echo Lima, roger.
Yeah, actually there is an issue there because I go from Resno to 5540.
Transat 189 Shannon,
So
roger.
there's actually two waypoints missing, 5520 and 5530.
I'll set it up.
Okay, let me try. Mark, do me the favour. Go to secondary flight plan.
Yeah,
I'll go on heading for now, just for a few seconds, alright?
and then activate secondary.
Yeah, activate secondary.
386 Shannon control, roger.
And
Okay.
then go direct revenue.
Shannon, good day. United 731 at
Check.
flight level 218 to flight level
And you went
280.
revenue direct. Okay, so for me,
Yeah.
it didn't do that. Okay, I need to quickly desynchronize again.
United 731 Shannon identified. Climb now flight level 310.
And I'll do the same on my side. Because the rest would, that
And
rest
we'll
worked
ident for you,
fine.
and we'll climb and maintain flight level 310, United 731.
Yeah, I'm now direct revenue.
Shannon, good day. Version 1909, heavy flight level 380, Mach 80.
Okay, so I have the same, and I'll
Person
resync again.
1909 Shannon control identified. Maintain flight level 380.
Okay, so now I have
Turning flight level 380,
Revenue,
version
then
1909.
Resno, then 5520, 5530, 5540,
Correct.
5350, and then recon.
Correct.
Okay, so that's
Oceanic Delta flight level 440.
Can you do me a favour, look at the fuel on board on the engine warning display, what it says for you.
Charlie Alpha Hotel Delta Shannon,
So can we step away for 10 minutes? We already have our Oceanic clearance approved.
No, just
67320.
Charlie Alpha Hotel
So I have
67320.
Yeah, so that's not matched for me. So I have 73850 at the moment. But that's no issue. I mean, you know, you're the flying pilot. So
And how's your gross weight?
278400.
2718.
Shannon Control, Quantum 460.
Okay. Shouldn't affect us really.
Carson 460, go ahead.
We want to request the frequency of the Oceanic clearance. We want to update our time at our entry point to them.
I'll ask you for the fuel value then once you.
Magic
Yeah,
Carson
just,
460, Roger.
check on
I'm not exactly sure what the right
Okay,
frequency is.
just
but
so
you
you're
can
aware, I've
try
had the Oceanic
127
clearance back.
Okay.
So we're cleared Euro 582 to Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu via Resno, track Kilo from Resno, maintain flight level 360, Mach decimal point 0.82. So as requested.
Identified, maintain flight level 382.
So we're still missing 360. That's something. Oh, wait, did it say maintain Mach point 82 level 360 from Resno onwards?
Yes, that's our clearance.
Okay, so we have to tell the controller in a few minutes. So if you look at left wing TCAS, there's traffic 2000
Yeah.
above, so that's probably restricting at the moment. And then from now on, Mark, we have to be very careful with the timing. So 3 minutes is the maximum deviation we're allowed to have.
Yeah.
So you reported 28 at Resno.
Yeah.
And for me, it's showing 27 at the moment.
Okay. So Resno, it's still 28 for me.
2676 Shannon Control identified, maintain flight level 340.
Yeah, you're right. I am planning to get 64, and I have a fast RAM. It's DDR5, 5200, and the CL of 38. So
Delta 177, contact Shannon 120.050. 120.050, goodbye. Correction, Lufthansa 471, contact Shannon 122.
6,100 now, good God. Okay, yeah, thanks for the input. Alright, I'll have a look at that now. Okay, where's the 20?
Version 1909, now request.
Go ahead.
Version 19019, can we expect our...
Wow, that's a huge jump though. I mean, my RAM sticks aren't that old. It's like half a year old or something.
A firm, I'll let you know.
EGNX.
Golf Kilo with Charlie Shannon. Yeah, I've just got briefly disconnected from the internet. I'm back online now, but my simulator's frozen up, but it should unlock in a couple of minutes.
No worries.
How's the weather looking?
Synced up, so that's fine.
Synced,
and,
good.
Yeah, and
Apollonia 106.
I guess it's just because we had to resync everything. So currently, yeah, I'm showing Mach point 802 the speed on the power flight display.
So we're saying then that was your PC rather than a shared flight issue?
Yeah, that's definitely that. For me, I'm having a memory leak issue because as time goes on, something's happening, and then the sign where things start to go wrong is when I hear people in Discord like you starting to break up the sound.
Shannon 1 Tango Lima, contact Shannon 120.050.
120.
So for all the experts, so this is the memory usage right now.
Red Barn 887, no ATC speed restrictions.
But that doesn't make sense.
Red
'cause-
Barn 87.
oh yeah, it does, because I do have 32
Go for the Charlie,
gigabyte, right? So
everything
half of it is used at the moment.
Shamrock 123, climb flight level 400.
Shamrock 123, we're enabled for 400, our maximum now would be 380.
Shamrock 123, roger, climb flight level 380.
380, Shamrock 123.
Because everything else is fine. I mean, CPU's fine, GPU's fine. Yeah, right. Yeah, I may consider then getting faster RAM and getting 64. Oist or Yoda, do you have 2 sticks or?
Final flight level 360, United 731.
Wow, you peak at 50 gigabyte on this. Yes, blimey. They use 4. Okay.
Shannon, hello. Hotel Bravo 137, flight level 340.
Hotel Bravo 137, Shannon control identified.
Shamrock 123, if possible, if we could take 35, that's our cruise over the ocean.
Shamrock 123, roger, climb flight level 350.
Yeah, Magus, that's the question again is if I spend money on new RAM, I talked to you about the problem I have. Oh yeah, thanks for the reply, Magus, regarding the different latencies. But that's just a question, right? 2 sticks best. So if I buy 2 more, or at least if I buy, let's say 32 more
Kilo Whiskey Whiskey Charlie, contact Shannon 120.050, bye-bye.
Yeah, just I'm thinking about getting
Charlie, it was 120.
all the same latencies, etc.
120.050.
It's 120.050 for
So just to check, just make sure we don't have any maximum temperatures, etc., etc. So
1909,
So
just
peak
for your
course
speed
56
restriction, are you
degrees.
looking to go faster or slower?
peak course 55. There's
we are looking to go faster.
nothing weird in
Richard
that
1909,
sense.
roger, that's no problem, no speed restriction.
Shannon, hello, Delta 515, flight level 180, climbing flight level 240.
Delta 515, Shannon control, roger, climb flight level 320.
Flight level 320, Delta 515.
Just wondering, is there anywhere I can see? Oh, there we go. So system memory 49%. So it says the same thing here, right? Yeah. So the question is, is it issues with the virtual memory? Or is it an issue with the RAM memory?
Shamrock 23 Alpha Kilo, turn left heading 250 degrees.
The thing is, Max, I don't know if it's other users that have X-Plane 12 issues. I don't know. I just haven't heard. I've heard about Microsoft leakage, but not X-Plane 12. All right. Anyways, I just wonder if I should update the fuel value in the ISCS.
Is it because you're going to be leaving, aren't you? Is it?
Canadian 242, contact Shannon 120.050, bye-bye. Shannon 120.
Yeah, it's not really worth it, is it? It's risky.
Not really. Not worth. Yeah.
Okay, so
Shannon, Charlie to local 460.
revenue is supposed to be 48 years up.
We have moved back from the
That's
clearance.
1304.
The Shanway clearance frequency is 123.950.
Roger, thanks. Yeah, they have
Yeah, I've got
different frequencies and each aircraft is going to a different
revenue
one.
at 56.3 and we've got 66.6 6.660.
Are we going to stay in this frequency?
This is, pretty much 6.5 tons
Yes,
less.
for another,
Yeah.
let's say 5 minutes.
So 13:05.
Roger,
Timing is
460.
fine.
Shannon with A33711, flight number 3802 back
Yeah, I'm
to
still
Max decimal
1328, so it's not changing.
Yeah.
Tracker 711 Shannon Control identified, maintain flight level 380.
So how would that work in real life if you were chasing a time, but then you get a wind deviation? So I remember the
Well,
last cross that I had, it
yeah.
it swung round quite a bit, and I was late all of a sudden.
Transfer
Yeah.
189,
So,
turn right
The
by
thing
10
is,
degrees.
once you're in the airspace, you have to maintain your Mach number. You cannot change your Mach number to manipulate the time of the next waypoint. So if the wind changes for any reason, which is fairly unlikely because the wind data on these tracks are fairly accurate, so you wouldn't really find deviation by more than 3 minutes. But if you do get into that corner, you would have to report that to ATC. But whatever you do, don't manipulate your own speed to try to catch up with time or slow down or something. You can do that prior to the entry, but not after you've entered. That's the important thing.
So as we've selected Mach decimal 82, then we would need to make sure we're going that speed as we hit revenue.
Absolutely.
Resno, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if
So
we have to
from-
go to selected speed.
Exactly. So remember that sometimes, let's see if the Toliss actually has that, you have the option to go maintain a certain speed at...
Romeo Sierra 4, Shannon.
I use that very rarely, that feature. But I don't think the Toliss has it, so I think you're going to have to do that.
Shannon now 120.0.
Let's go select
select a speed. So if you want, you can do that now.
Okay, so
Fortune 19019.
1909, go ahead.
Fortune 19019, our crossing flight level will be 370.
okay, that's now
19009,
selected.
ready, descend flight level 370.
Right.
Flight level 370,
And I'll ask for the climb.
19019.
And Shannon from Euro 582.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a clearance level 360 for the crossing, so requesting 360.
Euro 582, roger, climb flight level 360.
Climb now, flight level 360, Euro 582. Right, there we go.
Let's climb, alt cruise, 360.
Shannon 120.050, bye.
120 is for 050 Scandinavian 9199.
Yeah, the problem is, Arnie, some of the other control... so now ATC is very quiet for me. It's just the other pilots are so loud. But I try to adjust that, sorry.
Transat 189, resume navigation, direct west now.
Right, do you get your ocean clearance when you leave Shannon Control? No, so you have your entry points. And you have to look at your...
Good day, Starbuck at 3 Papa Mike Heavy on flight level 380, Mark decimal 85.
Pilots are just way too loud on their microphones.
I think that was blocked. Charlie Juliet Hotel 460, contact Shannon.
Right,
1,000 to go.
Yeah, 1,000 to go. Let me get you the
Contact Shannon,
chart.
correction, Shannon wing count 122.9754 for Charlie Juliet and 460 for day.
Just need to log into Navigraph real quick.
The station calling again.
Shannon Control, Starbuck at 3 Papa Mike Heavy on flight level 380, Mark decimal 85 restricted.
Starbuck at 3 Papa Mike Shannon Control unidentified, maintain flight level 380.
Mach vertical speed.
Shamrock 23 up on Kilo requests, request briefly flight for 2 minutes.
That's the first report.
So, you have to look at the chart, right? And there's waypoints, obviously, that are located right at the boundary. For example, Nibok here. That's in between Scottish and Shanwick. We are on this route in here, revenue, so We're going to cross into the Shanwick airspace between those 2 points. So 30 minutes prior to entry, you have to get your clearance. That's what marked it over the website. And the clearance stated that from revenue onwards, from that waypoint onwards, we have to maintain Mach 0.82 flight level 360.
Out cruise.
Yeah. And that's where we are reaching now, so that's why I talked to the controller and told him that we have our clearance, because he doesn't know that. And we need to be at 360 at revenue, so that's what we have now. So now we have all the values that we required. So Mach 0.82 selected, and level 360. And now I'm going to do a fuel check and time check, revenue.
So revenue.
Delta 57, can we keep Mach 8 for the moment for the Oceanic clear?
So it's about
Revenue
1305.
49. Yeah, revenue 49, we're right there at 48.
Oceanic entry, you'll need to fly the assigned Mach
So
number.
1305.
Roger, thanks a lot.
And what fuel do you have now?
I have 65.1.
Okay, 691, contact
65.1.
122.975.
And you have an extra of
12, it's 75.
about 6.5 tons.
Yep.
So let's just check that value here. So yeah, we have about a ton more than required, it looks like.
Yeah.
So good on fuel. And Resno, we are expecting now at 29 according to my OFP. 329.
Check. 27 for me.
Yeah,
But obviously we've speeded up. Yeah, we've speeded up, so.
Roger.
Okay, so note down estimate is
San Francisco
27.
386, contact Shannon 122.975. Bye-bye.
129.75, San Francisco 86.
So the FMS says 1327. So as long as it doesn't go 24 or 30, we're all good.
Yep.
So the next thing what would happen is that we would have to do a cell call check. So at some point as we cross the Atlantic, we'll get out of reach of the VHF coverage. And that means we'll have to use HF frequency if we need to talk to ATC. So we have a fallback procedure, because now normally we'd be logged in with CPDLC. Yeah, Dankeschön. Just lunch arrived. So normally we'd be logged in CPDLC, and that system will automatically downlink any information.
582, contact Shannon 122.975. Bye-bye.
122.975 euro 582.
582.
22582.
Number 23 Alpha Kilo, contact Shannon 120.050. Bye-bye.
So that was 122.925.
The frequency for Shannon
975, was it?
It's from 120.050.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, no. So 122.975, just dial it in. Yeah, sounds good. There's so many frequencies, incredible. Another question was from Nomad Pilot. What's your descent dimension calculation if you expect AC shortcuts? Well, normally you put in your threshold distance in the progress page. So for example, I could just put the airport now, it's 2,600 miles. And then it is your altitude that you have to lose in 1,000 feet times 3. So if you have to lose 30,000 feet, it's about 90 miles. and maybe just add a few miles for deceleration.
189 Shannon, good day, identified. Standby, it's just after crashing on me. I'm going to try log in and active in SCR and November. 189, if you try echo in DSR in November, it should come up. Echo India, still in 569, let's climb, let's see you. 569, confirm the request level. 380. Jeff 569, climb flat level 380. 380.
I'm just going to have a look again at the procedure regarding the cell call check. Cell call, there we go. So one of the disadvantages of high frequency radio
340 and maximal 82.
and of course if you have to listen to VHF all the time, it does get a bit distracting. So cell call is actually a good thing, which works over X-Pilot, for example, or V-Pilot, where they simulate calling you over cell call. But for that, of course, we need to do a cell call check. And what was that cell call again, Mark?
It's Kilo Romeo, Charlie Echo.
Kilo Romeo, Charlie Echo. So we have told our cell call code over the X-Pilot platform. Shannon, hello from Euro 582 Heavy, level 360.
582, Shannon, good day to you, identified.
Right, so we identified, that's good. How would you know if you're high or low? Well, I mean,
action Lufthansa 471, Shannon.
then just make sure you have your gates. So let's say you ride the route somewhere, you have to be at 3,000 feet or 6,000 feet. That is a gate. Right, if I have to be at 6,000 feet at some waypoint, so I have to lose 30,000 feet, that's 90 miles per hour. So as I approach that point and when I'm in the descent, I can continuously recheck. So I can say I've got 40 miles to go. I'm 15,000 feet above the altitude I want to be at, so I should have 45 miles, and I only have 40 remaining, so I'm a bit high in the profile. And vice versa, so that's how you would determine that.
Jack Control, good afternoon, November 737 Golf 1U at 360 inbound to build.
Number 737 Golf, Shannon, good day to you, identified. Have you put in the request for Oceanic clearance?
Well, really, Macroflight says 50% all departures of Hamburg are A340-600. GG. I guess it's all those flying on X-plane. Right, so another thing I would do now is, as we are going to be getting further and further away from any airports, so we're over at water, and it is advisable to think about contingency plans.
301 Shannon, good afternoon, identified.
So look at equitime points and possible airports you can divert to. So right now, obviously, we've got Shannon on Ireland there, and to the north we've got Keflavik, but then it starts getting a bit thin. We got
Jeff 569 Shannon at Delta radar service terminating.
things like Palma down here,
131.450.
but those are fairly a good distance away. And
Delta 216 Shannon at Sun operators.
But that's just the way it is. I mean, you know, we can't land on aircraft carrier. So what you can do then is go and look at the fixed info page just now. Normally these circles we can dial in here are limited to 255 miles.
Let's
see if that is different here on the A330. No, it's not. So there we go. That's one circle from Shannon. And there we go. That's that circle there. So just for reference, let me put in Keflavik. 255 miles there. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we can't even see that just now. I would assume it's so far north. And if you want to know how far, just put that in here. So that's 644 miles away. Again to the south, there isn't much. So we could land probably at Papa Lima Alpha, but that's 1,000 miles, over 1,000 miles away. So the best bets we have at the moment are Shannon and Keflavik. And I could tell you that if you fly that in real life, it's always a kind of a weird feeling, knowing that if anything happens, let's say, you know, a fire broke out in the cargo hold or in the cabin, right, it's just a long time until you're able to reach any suitable airport. It's more than an hour flight time away. With advances in technology and satellite tracking, do you think there will be a change in oceanic crossing procedures, move away from using cell call? Yeah, of course. So it's a good question. And of course, definitely, there will be changes. So if these technologies are reliable, satellite, telephony, and whatever, then sure, yeah, things will change at some point. But I think there will always be a fallback procedure for HF. The reason being is that certain things like satellite telephony is very kind of always at risk sometimes regarding solar flares, these sort of things, right? So I'm pretty sure, since, you know, communications is so important in aviation, I would assume that there will be some good contingency procedures. So, according to the charts, where are we? We are, yeah, officially in the Shanwick Oceanic airspace. And let's see when we get handed over. And then once we get Shanwick, we'll go and ask for a circle check with them. Yeah, the thing is, you see, yeah, of course, it's a good thing that we have 4 engines, so we not really ETOPS limited the way that 2-engine aircraft are limited. But you know, a fire on board, smoke on board, doesn't matter if you've got 2 engines, 4 engines.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber
that
experience.
Is an issue.
Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
And Captain Chaos, thank you much for the 40 months on YouTube. Good afternoon. Yeah, thanks. So unfortunately, Captain Chaos, I have to log off in about 40 minutes from now, because I've got to fly to Frankfurt in real life. Because I've got to work tomorrow.
Shannon, good afternoon. Captain Road 83, level 320 altitude. Good afternoon. 2 heavy flight level.
So, Mark, if you want to get coffee or something.
Yeah, I'm just checking the map. There's 2,200 connections, pilot connections at the minute. Wow.
I don't know what the all-time record was on that, but
because I think across the pond only had something like 1,200 spaces, as far as I can remember.
yeah, I mean things have changed, right?
Wow. I wonder where J-Snap is.
Captain K as well. I have to do one or the other, right? So can't do everything at the same time, unfortunately. So yeah.
Shannon Control, Air Canada 1901, flight level 350.
Air Canada 1901, Shannon Control, roger.
Okay, I'll go and get a coffee, Captain. If you want to, are you going to take control?
Yeah, I'll have control. But, well, yeah, just leave it running.
Will it break it? Yeah, leave it running. That's good.
I won't touch anything.
Just shout really loud in the microphone and all.
Perfect.
Back in a moment.
So I'm just checking Resno again with the timing. So 29 was the last time we had on the check. Now it says 28. So we're still very good on the time. Nice and steady, no changes. And lots of traffic with that. Now also what we would do normally is go and make sure that we have the right coordinates. So when you go and check the track coordinates, and normally I would find that, there we go. So here on Sim Toolkit Pro, for example, you have your information for the track system. So that's westbound. That's weird. Why does it have kilo? Yeah, that's weird. Oh, okay, because that's the real world track system, of course. So VATSIM today chose different. So track kilo today would be 5520. So that is an abbreviation in the flight plan. So in order to see the full coordinates, you have to click on that, and then it'll give you that 55 north, 20 west. Right, and you have to do that with all the waypoints. So 5530, and then 5540.
131.65,
This is absolutely vital. With the track system now being so close to each other, and the altitudes, I think they have 500 feet separation now, isn't it, over the Atlantic? So that's absolutely crucial that you have the right coordinates and you don't deviate from that flight path. And then of course make sure that you have the good accuracy as well. So GPS primary updating accuracy is high, and the estimated deviation is 0.04 miles.
Back in the cockpit. Can we see any other aircraft? I think I can see one over to the left.
Okay.
Trailing just. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Got it. At least the
There's one about 10 o'clock, I think.
yeah, it's the contrail. I can see that. Okay, just to check the times. 28, still good estimate for the Resno waypoint. I checked the coordinates again regarding crossing. That all adds up nicely. So no issues whatsoever.
Light pros.
The only thing I'm just wondering, I mean, that's just a bit different from VATSIM, I guess, regarding our frequency. But it could be that we're going to be handed over at Resno to Shamwick.
I think the Selcal part is arbitrary now, once it's done through the website. But it'd be nice to see how it's done.
Yeah. Got a good flight level 360, so the other ones are at 320, 340.
Yeah, I'm showing optimum of 375. But I think we'll probably end up with 360.
Yeah.
Can we descend to flight level 430 for Oceanic entry?
30, Delta 85, descend to level 430.
Down to 430, thank you, Chasm.
Pacific Control, Turkish 17 Whiskey, can we request you to send to flight level 350 for Oceanic?
Turkish 17 Whiskey, Roger, descend to level 350.
Send 350, Turkish 17 Whiskey.
Air France 386, contact Shamwick 131.650, bye-bye.
131.650, sorry, first 386, bye-bye.
Charlie Juliet Hotel 460, contact Shamwick 131.450.
So that could be the one in front of us.
Contact Shamwick 131.450 for Charlie Juliet Hotel 460, good day.
Martin Air 7 Hotel Lima, contact Shamwick 131.450, bye-bye.
Shamwick 131.450, Martin Air 7 Hotel Lima, bye-bye.
Shannon Control, good day, Musketeer 8, Bravo, Bravo,
It should be on aircraft really close to us.
and we got flight level 290 for Oceanic clearance.
Oh yeah.
Musketeer 8, Bravo, Bravo, Shannon, hello, descend flight level 290.
I can see him now.
Flight level 290, Musketeer 8, Bravo,
1,000
Bravo.
below us.
Shannon Control, very good afternoon, Virgin 383 with you at flight level 380.
Virgin 383, Shannon Control, roger.
Shannon, good day, climb 17 from flight level 340.
Charlie 97 uniform, Shannon Control, roger.
Have you found JSNAP on the...
No, I haven't looked yet. I've sent him a message, but no reply yet. I've had a quick look from departures from Amsterdam in this 742, but I can't see any name I recognise. So it must be one of the other guys.
Charlie 0 Alpha Hotel, Delta, contact Shanwick 131.650, bye-bye.
Found his channel.
131.650, Chasm,
They are flying.
If you can find his...
Yeah, it's just JSNAP.
awesome.
He says Charlie Tango Papa 23 Whiskey. So that's call sign.
Shannon Control, November 77, go.
Alright.
What was that again?
Is it possible to get a
Charlie
sound check?
Tango
I'm just
Papa.
concerned I might have connected with the wrong
no, sorry,
side.
that's across the pond. 23
Yeah.
westbound. No, that's not the call sign. No, it doesn't say that here, unfortunately.
I received, thanks so much.
Let's forget 2676, contact Shanwick Radio 131.650, bye.
131.650, have a good day, bye. Airline 7 uniform, we would like to get the clearance for the Oceanic.
Wrong frequency. What the aircraft that is?
Charlie 97 uniform,
It's at 330.
Oh, it's not the X-plane, is it?
Hello, Turkish 711, flight level 390 to pick.
So, Resno coming up.
390 Mach 85.
28.
Turkish 711 channel route.
Send this back, we'll try again.
What fuel value do you have, Mark?
Second. I have 62 tons.
62 tons.
Just 140.
Yeah, and you're supposed to have 16.
Afternoon,
61.
North, Transit
So it's
723
got
with
1
you
ton
now,
more.
with Oceanic clearance and at flight level 300.
I am at 1 hour 13.
Shannon Controller, very good day to you. Asking Israel to Papa, first one 360 and down to Suna.
It should be 1354. And the FMS is saying 51. That's interesting. Rather you're flying fastest.
0582, contact Shannon Radio 131.650.
131650. Thanks a lot, Euro 582. There we go. So, let's see if we can try a cell call check.
Oceanic, you're right at 258, flight level.
And then you have to answer or tell me that you're receiving it, because I don't think I've received it. Yeah.
American 9 to Delta, did you receive sample?
American 9 to Delta received Selco alert.
In my circle launch, break. Delta 85, Charlotte.
Delta 85, flight level 400, Mach 0.84.
Flight level 400, Mach 0.84, standby for circle check.
Flight Delta 85.
And ask and busy.
Scandinavian 907, flight 380, Mach 0.85.
Hotel confirmed, Delta 85.
That looks really cool. That
Delta 85, thank you very much. In my circle launch, break. Martin Air 6163, Charlotte.
Martin Air 6163 is now flight level 320, Mach 86.
Flight level 320, Mach decimal 86, standby for circle check.
Roger.
Scandinavian 907, Mach 380, Mach decimal 84.
All station, just standby.
Okay, so Keflavik is to the north, 582 miles. Shanwick is still behind us, about 260 miles.
180, Shanwick. Scandinavian 907, Shanwick. Ryanair 258, Shanwick. Okay.
And Ryanair
Who is calling? Before my standby.
Scandinavian 907.
Scandinavian 907, good day. Report flight level and Mach.
Current level 380, Mach decimal 84.
390, Mach decimal 84, Shanwick complete. Standby for circle check.
Charlotte, good day, this is Dodgy 4, head to 380, Mach decimal 087.
Scandinavian 907, what is your circle code?
Busy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Dutch 4, Shanwick, hello sir. Report flight level and Mach.
380, Mach decimal 805.
Flight level 380, Mach decimal 80, standby for circle check.
Hey,
Scandinavian 907, back now is Charlie, Quebec, Kilo Romeo.
Probably received Psycho.
Dutch 4, Roger, remain circle launch. Break Scandinavian 907, standby for circle check.
I think the check comes through.
good
Next
afternoon,
pilot
Euro
station
5X2.
I request cell call check.
Southbound checker received Scandinavian 907.
Ryanair 258, Shanwick.
Yeah, nice message. Ryanair 258.
Report flight level and Mach numbers.
Ryanair.
Ryanair 258.
Didn't know they fly long range.
79, flight level 360.
Flight level 360-79. Stand by for circle check.
Radio, hello, Shamrock 93, flight level 390, and we made a mistake on our plan. Is it possible to change flight level?
Stand by.
So you're trying to be, you know, keep radio discipline, but
On station.
just don't get in.
Stand by.
They
I'm
don't
just going
hear
to ping him. I'm going to say we're standing by on this frequency.
Delta 185, shall we? Delta 185. Delta 185, crossing 30 knots, contact Gander, frequency 131,
Wow, he's
decimal
far on.
750. 131750, crossing Delta 185. Delta 185, correction. Contact Gander on 131, decimal 775. 131775, Delta 185.
Oceanic radio, Warsaw Bravo 137, flight level 340, Mach decimal 77.
Charlie Sierra Alpha, Hotel Delta, Shanwick.
Correct, Delta.
Report flight level and Mach numbers.
Sure, that we are at flight level 430 and Mach 0.89er, Charlie Captain.
Mach decimal 89 at flight level 430, stand by for circle check.
Oceanic 6319 steady, Mach decimal 84 at flight level 310, approaching Zenith.
Received, the knockoff technician system.
Charlie Hotel Delta, Roger, be my circle watch, break. Foxtrot Bravo Tango 2676, Shannon.
Target 2616, at flight level 350 and Mach decimal 82.
Flight level 350, Mach decimal 82, stand by for circle check.
United 9658, flight level 390, Mach decimal 80.
Cadillac 2696, okay. Roger, be my circle watch, break. Uniform Romeo Oscar 582, Shannon.
Uniform, so Euro 5H2, go ahead, level 360 and Mach 0.82.
Flight level 360, Mach 0.82, stand by for circle check. What is your circle code, sir?
Circle, Kilo Romeo Charlie Echo, Euro 5H2. Just let me know if it pings on your side.
Recreation, ready to engine by the mic.
Euro 582, say again, circle code.
Circle, Kilo Romeo Charlie Echo, Euro 5H2.
Circle on the way.
Oh, we heard that. Okay, circle received, thank you, Euro 5H2.
Roger, my circle watch, break. Airplanes at 189.
I actually heard that, that's cool.
Yeah, well, it's through Xpilot.
Yeah,
So it's the
sometimes.
same price as the way they
Yeah, but
contact
sometimes when they ping you directly, if you're logged on as observer, then you don't get that ping. But I heard that one.
Excellent.
Cool. So that's it. So we can dial down the sound a bit from that frequency. So if he wants to get in contact with us, he can use cell call, just like in real life. That makes things a lot easier.
Feet up. Well, that went really well.
Up to now, it seems like... oh, wait, look at that. So now it's leaking again. You see? Now it's got 80%. So it's slowly leaking around. I don't know what it is, why it's causing it. But that's timing-wise quite fine because in about 20 minutes I have to log off anyway. So, but it's somewhat concerning because I doubt it's system related. It must be simulator related. But then again, I don't know why you don't have any issues, so Mark.
Well, no, and you know I'm not. You know what I'm using, so
Yeah. So it's weird.
So Jason up just over the UK. He's KLM 692. He said we had the nightmare taxi to 36 left.
Serves them right for flying from Amsterdam.
Absolutely. So that's scuppered in.
Yeah. You've got to be careful when you choose your departure airports.
Yeah.
Has Volanta lost for VATSIM? I don't know. I'm not using Volanta, so I don't know. Anybody else here using Volanta?
But similar topic, I'm using VATSpy, and that keeps erroring out as well.
Okay, so maybe it's just too much traffic.
So yeah, there is. I think we've got 2,207 pilots, 251 controllers.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Like Jason said the other day, it's incredible that over 2,000 people now officially logged on to VATSIM. So people sitting at home in front of their PC monitors and virtually flying together here. It's crazy.
And I can confirm my Volanta is showing no VATSIM.
Okay, there we go. But I don't know how you felt, Mark, on takeoff. I had quite a buzz, I have to admit. So I love the excitement. You know, long range. Even though for streaming, it's sometimes a bit tiring. Obviously, if you stream for 9 hours, 10 hours. But I do love the buzz. I do love how you get excited about it and hope that everything goes well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I prepare all these documents and send them, and then you forget to read them. I'm only joking.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm like a, I'm just a first officer here, so.
I won't bother next time.
No, please do. Right. So we've got 5520, and we're supposed to be there at 34. And currently estimated around about 54. Yeah, 53 estimated.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Were the checklist call-outs a bit better today?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
That was full focus.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it does. So the thing is, that once you've noticed, then you start focusing on that, and then it just becomes more and more annoying. Kind of a weird kind of human thing, but that's just the way it is. So just a tip for everyone that's embarking on shared cockpit at some point or doing it. So when you have your checklists and the pilot's monitoring reads out a checklist point, for example, let's say fuel quantity, the pilot flying or let's say the pilot flying then should only answer with the value. So for example, 10,000 kilograms, and not say is or are or whatever. So don't add any more, words or letters or whatever. Because it's these little things sometimes. We humans are all different, but it's these little things sometimes that can get annoying. And there are habits. And for us in the flight deck, it's something we get trained to notice and also train on actually giving the other person feedback on that. So what I say in the cockpit briefing, so when I have a new co-pilot, we start on a tour, on a flight, and we haven't flown before or not for a long time, whatever, then one of my points to brief in the cockpit is that if there's anything that annoys you, please let me know. Right? Even if it's just the small things, just let me know, because it's probably something I'm doing subconsciously. So I'm not doing anything on purpose. But if there's something that annoys you, it's a human thing. Please let me know, and I'll change it and make sure that it's not an issue.
So that leads to the question: has anyone responded with anything, or dare they not?
Well, either I'm not really annoying, or I don't know, or they didn't bother to answer. The only thing I did get feedback on, which was quite cool, when I came to the A320, there's a difference in the procedure when you do takeoff, for example. So in the wordings. So on the 737, I set takeoff, then I set 40%, and when that was stable, then I handed over controls, and then I said Eve control if the co-pilot was pilot flying, and then we advanced the throttles to takeoff thrust. And the reason for that was on the 737, because the first officer doesn't have a tiller, so he can't use nose wheel steering. So if there is an asymmetrical run-up of the engines, he would have no chance of actually counteracting that. If it's got a slippery runway, it could turn the aircraft. And so that's why the captain maintained control of the aircraft until the 40% was achieved symmetrically, and then from there on you would hand over controls and do the takeoff. Now on the A320, obviously, the FO has a tiller, so that limit doesn't apply. And so on the A320, it is actually you have control, take off, and off you go. And so the first officer actually told me that. He said, you know what, here on the A320 we do it this way. And I said, oh, you know what, that was after a year of flying.
Wow.
So it took a long time until the first officer, actually, the first one, told me, hey, your wording is incorrect. Right? But these are the things. So I didn't know I was doing something wrong, because I missed that in the FCOM. And in the line checks, nobody told me there either. So I was very grateful for that feedback. Even though it's a minor thing, but it's important, right? It's these things. What I say in the cockpit briefing is that there's no shame in missing, some updates or procedure changes. There are so many changes coming through at regular intervals, and we have a computerized revision system in our EFBs, and sometimes it is very easy to miss something. So what I say is that I'm doing everything according to SOPs. If you see me deviating or using wrong wordings, please let me know. Right? Yeah. I'm not doing that on purpose. That I've missed something or I've misunderstood something. But it's vital that everyone is on the same page with these things.
So interesting that change on the predictive wind shear and the TCAS. So is that an airline's SOP, or has that come from Airbus again? Is that a change to the normal checklist?
Yeah, this would normally be an airline thing. However, this is concerning all of the, I think it was 5 or 6 airlines that got together to change those SOPs, those wordings. That will be for all of them.
So I guess there's some agreement, if somebody changes it, it needs to change across all the fleets.
Yeah, so Airbus, this actually comes through Airbus. And the same thing, for example, in the parking checklist. We used to have wing lights in the parking checklist. We don't have that anymore. And the reason being is that... Yeah, that is gone now from the official checklist. Because that actually only concerns the A330. So contrary to the reports that it affects the A321, with the door to left and the wing light being situated there, and apparently there was a fire at the jet bridge caused by that wing light outside. But that didn't happen on the A321. That actually only happened on the A330. So that's why it's still a checkpoint for the 330, but not for the 320 series.
But probably once in how many flights?
there was just one case, but that was enough for Airbus to actually put that in a checklist.
Probably spooked them a little bit.
Yeah. That is just such a long aircraft. Oh, wow.
I hope there's somewhere at Toronto that can accept it.
I've just seen, Mark, I'm running JSNAP's stream
Yeah.
from the computer, and I can see he's got some issues. So he's got his screen there saying, oh, we'll be right back, so maybe he just crashed desktop or something.
I did tell him we'd had a C to D, but it wasn't app related.
Oh, now they're back, so he looks
Yeah.
like he matched resync. Cool. Okay, so in about 10 minutes time, I'll just go to one more fuel check here at the next waypoint, and then after that I'll head off. So what's the weather at the moment in Toronto? It says 230 at 17.
It was shocking this morning.
Yeah, it's fine now. It's reporting 11 degrees, 2927. A bit low pressure, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a different runway to the one offered this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, 3-3 right, maybe.
Yeah, they're not online just yet.
Yeah, I was going to say it's early there, isn't it?
So just to give you guys an idea, flight-wise, sort of where we are, so we departed, and I would say maybe quartered the way. So Mark has a bit more to go. Yeah, airborne hour 20, hour 35 I think now. So yeah, hour 35. Yeah, so I hope, Mark, everything runs well with your system.
Well, I've done a few now. It's not let me down yet. Famous last words.
Yeah.
What I've actually done,
yeah,
is I'm not streaming, and on the main pilot, if you like, I've turned down some of the settings, etc. Just light up the load a bit on the PC.
Please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Save some resources.
Yeah.
ProSource, thank you much for the 2 months. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks for the support. So let's have a look at T520. So the cross exactly at 54, it says. So money.
Yep.
What fuel value do you have, Mark?
I have 59160.
So we'll put
59.1.
Yeah, 0.1. So that's a total of 7.8 extra. So you're well above
Yeah.
what you're required to have. So that's good.
And we're due there after 138 minutes. We're currently, 1 hour 38. We're currently 136. So that's going to be spot on as well, almost.
Yeah, that's very fine.
Oh, look at that nose. Headwind, sorry.
Yeah, 90 knots headwind, I can see that. Just a dial next estimate, so next flight leg is 56 minutes, so it's going to be 1450 on the OFP, but the OFP is calculated with 0.76 or something, so it's a lot slower on the OFP compared to the actual flight. So I'm going to have to take the time from the MCVU, and it's saying 30 west at 1440.
Yeah.
So you need to note that down, Mark. Make sure that you stay within 3 minutes plus minus.
Yeah.
And then that's where you're going to be handed over to Gander. So 30 west I would expect a cell call and yeah, frequency change to Gander Oceanic.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, I will, guys, I will raid JSnap, who's the developer of the shared flight, so what we've been using. And if it weren't for my crashed desktop because of the blue screen, because of the leakage of the memory, it's currently stuck at 80% right now, it would have gone really well. So yeah, you can see that you've got yeah, 2 jumps we could take on if people have the app at some point. The ping is only 38 milliseconds, so a good ping. Yeah, and then we have the option to take some passengers as well if we have if we want to. So that's all very nice and stable. So yeah, sending you over to JSnap, and then Mark, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful remaining flight.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah,
Real pleasure.
thanks for having me. Yeah, and so next.
Have a good tour.
Yeah, thank you much. I'll be in contact. My dear moderators, thank you as well for being here, for looking over the chat, and have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for all the support, and I will be back on Friday, and all under the big topic, abnormal to emergency and so on, because I am preparing for my next check ride in the sim voyage at Musgrave. Right, so let me enter that. So we are about to raid, and take care everyone. Good night to you.